Welcome back to Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Menti. There is a big mayoral election in Hoboken. There are 6 candidates running. We reached out to all 6 to appear on Jersey Matters. Only one said yes. Karen Nason is the Republican mayoral candidate for Hoboken, the only Republican of the 6. Let me just say, we really appreciate you coming in.
Oh, I really appreciate you asking me. It's my pleasure.
I think it's very important that candidates get out to speak to the public. So kudos to you for coming in. What we do with every candidate that comes in, we just offer you a few seconds to tell the viewers who you are.
Sure. My name is Karen Nason. I'm born and raised in Portland, Maine. I'm the youngest of 7, 5 older brothers, thank God. And they taught me a lot. So I moved to New York City approximately 28 years ago, opened a jazz bar, had a fantastic jazz bar next to Danny Meyer and myself. Elaine's night after night after night on 89th and 2nd. I never went anywhere else. It was myself, John Miller, Plimpton, Robert Altman was one of my dear friends. Just a great, great life in Manhattan. So moved to New York. After my Chelsea business went to $28,000 a month rent, thought, geez, I'll go over to Hoboken and I'll kind of become the Elaines of Hoboken.
And what the place you run in Hoboken right now is?
It's called Hoboken Hot House, and it's a cafe and a pizzeria, and I serve Amy's Bread from New York City to give people a little choice. My pizzeria is fantastic. I'm the #1 pizza voted in Hoboken.
How long have you been there?
I've been there, that place, 4 years. And on Washington Street prior, I had a great plant flower shop and an antique store on Washington Street on 2nd and Washington.
And a big part of your campaign is about Washington Street.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, small businesses are, that's my thing. That's part of my forum, one of the biggest things in my forum.
Let's go back and pick out a couple of things you just talked about. Let's start with Dawn Zimmer.
Yes.
She is the current mayor. I thought she was very popular.
She was in her first term, and I actually endorsed her second. Dawn had some great ideas. Going green was fabulous. It was, and I hate to say this, it was until she started making decisions without public acceptance. I mean, shoving the bike lanes all over the city is just,
I've read your material. You seem to hate these bike lanes. You call the other side anti-car.
No. Well, there are some anti-car people, and I have a car. I have to have a car. Like New York City, we should have commercial lanes and commercial zonings, which we don't have in Hoboken. I need a car.
The other thing you mentioned, I'm sorry, did you want to finish your point?
Yeah, I just wanted to finish. I'm not against bike lanes. In the proper form, it's awesome. 6.5 feet wide in Hoboken. I mean, even New York cities aren't that wide.
I want to stay with Washington Street for one second, because everything we read, for those of us who aren't in Hoboken, everything we read about Hoboken is Hoboken's going through this resurgence. It's coming back. Property values are going sky high. Millennials are moving in. That's not the picture you paint on Washington Street.
No, that's not what's happening. Definitely millennials are moving in because the millennials that did move in have their 2nd and 3rd child. They're working in New York City, so they're transiting back to Manhattan and coming home. More bang for the buck. So real estate's booming. Is Washington Street and small business booming? No. I mean, Steve Fulop is a genius. He's got Jersey City just happening. There are art galleries. There are fantastic restaurants. What's happening in Hoboken is that the planning and the zoning officers have made it extremely difficult for you to open any kind of business.
So what's holding all that back?
The planning, zoning officers, and this current Zimmer administration.
And you can change that?
Absolutely. There should be a filing that should happen for businesses. If you're not a criminal, there's nothing wrong with your personal background. There's no reason why a business, if it was deemed necessary in a zoning area, you can't open. Let them flourish.
We're running out of time, and I definitely want to get to the Suez water contract very quickly. It's a new water contract. Rates were raised. What is the problem with that contract?
The problem with the contract is I had asked Oprah request that contract a year ago. The council members and Dawn Zimmer hid it from the public. There was an $8.2 million charge that just popped up, just came out. the council members that are running with me are all crying criminal charges, and I didn't know. Well, it's their job to know. They were being paid a fee to know what's going on.
They were in there when it passed.
They were
helped
there.
pass it, and you're saying they knew about...
They knew about it. They all knew about it, and they also know what's going on with the Washington Street repavement project.
Most importantly, you claim you can break the deal.
I'm definitely going to break that deal. And it's not about breaking the deal, it's about shopping the deal. They're not doing a good job. If I didn't do a good job in my job, I got fired. You're not doing a good job, you're going to get fired. Listen, it's not about maybe they can do a good job. They're not doing a good job. Let's shop that out. You're going to have to pay a fee to do it, but I will certainly push that to happen.
And I apologize, we didn't have enough time. It was great to talk to you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Great show.
Thank you. Karen Nason, mayoral candidate in Hoboken.